Hey, welcome back. One thing about this video that rubbed me the wrong way was the way the mother was smirking. I have not seen an evil smirk like this in a long time, but that's just my personal opinion. I'll let you watch this and you can comment below your thoughts about the entire thing. And big credit and shout out to court watchers. Let's begin.
We'll note the appearance of Ms. Huffman on behalf of the plaintiff, Ms. Grantham on behalf of defendant. We have two motions. We have the defendant's motion regard to parenting time and plaintiff's motion for change of custody, parenting time, and support. I don't really know which one was filed first, or if there's any, if you have any issues as to who you'd like to go first or not.
Well, Your Honor, I believe that we filed a parenting time complaint with some proposed provisions to eliminate some of the issues that have been ongoing.
Okay.
Subsequent to that, Ms. Huffman filed a change of custody very recently, which I have responded to, and do think that it's inappropriate to hear today. I think that we should be going before the referee to discuss the parenting time complaint and proposals for solutions. Thank you.
Okay. Ms. Huffman, you are muted. If you want to unmute and then go ahead.
Would you like me to go ahead with my?
Yep, go ahead with everything.
Okay, so we did file a motion for change of custody, parenting time, and child support based on several reasons. First of all, we do have a change in circumstances, that being this child's need to start counseling, whereby she's never needed to have counseling before. Mom was sole caregiver of this child, then custody was changed not too long ago, and now things have simply gone downhill. And that's not just our side saying that, that's both sides saying that. The child is having issues in school. She's not being properly dressed for the weather on dad's weekdays. These things are documented. Moreover, dad is blocking mom, the cell phone blocking, so that it's sabotaging mom's communications with the child and with the father. He has this extreme need to control every aspect of the child's life, from ear piercings to haircuts, simple haircuts, to driver's training even. And just mind you, this child is 8 years old. The child has become extremely upset seeing, quote, ugly ass bitch on her father's phone. Whenever mom calls or texts, that's what pops up. We are asking the court to set an evidentiary hearing in front of this court, and not to send it to the front of the court, but for this court to hear it. And in the meantime, order a psychological evaluation on father, and to order our family or my family wizard, whatever that's called, I can't recall it this time. Regarding defendant's motion, number 3 says it all, really. Per paragraph 3 says, since implementation of the current order, communication and teamwork have continuously gotten worse from pickup. So that's the change in circumstance, really. They admit to there being a change in circumstance. It says it's continuously gotten worse, communication and teamwork, from pickup and drop-offs to holidays, and almost every interaction having aggression and disagreement. So obviously there's a change in circumstance. We agree there's a change in circumstance, and this needs to be heard, and I believe it needs to be heard in front of Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Grantham, anything else?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. I believe in paragraph 3, we give specifics on the continued parenting time violations. And we were specific on that because we're hoping that with the proposed reasonable provisions that it would not be ongoing. Most of what was just recited by Ms. Huffman is just with lack of better terms, a way to mislead this court, because I do believe we need an evidentiary, because we'll be able to prove what was just said was not true. There has not been a change in circumstances since the last order. If we look back at when we went before the referee, which then did change the custody, you'll see that all the things that that was mentioned were occurrences that happened prior to the last order. with that being said, currently, what we are seeing is just her inability to accept this change in custody. And despite all the efforts putting forth and trying to communicate, the provisions that we suggested are supposed to help her, and in communication. We actually asked for the family wizard. We asked for the tone meter. We asked that both parties be involved in all the decision making, but in a way that can be in the best interest of the minor child and not using the minor child to, frustrate parenting time and the like. And if you look at the parenting time complaint that was submitted by defense, it specifically says that he gave her a phone, meaning the minor, asking if he can, be in contact with the minor. It was actually her that would not allow that. So most of what's being said is a deflection. So I do agree, only in part, that we do need an evidentiary hearing, but in regards to parenting time, and the intentional violations of what was agreed upon in the order, and find solutions that this would not continue. So I ask that the motion that the plaintiff has submitted to court just recently, I think a week ago, be dismissed, because proper cause cannot be shown, or with regards to a change in circumstances since the last order. And so there's not even a reason to go forward in this, other than these allegations, which simply can't be proven in an evidentiary hearing. So I asked for an evidentiary hearing just to see if there has been a proper show or cause and circumstances to warrant the court to review a change in custody.
Okay, thank you. Well, what the court's going to do is, it does appear that reviewing the pleadings, hearing the argument, that the parties are not able to communicate at all. And so the court is going to order that the parties would communicate through our Family Wizard app. I will let the parties know that as you communicate through that, the court would have access to all of that communication. So, I guess I'd say take, reasonable, I guess you'd say, steps in this particular matter to know that the court will have access to that based upon what you may say or anything that may be reflected in the communication through that particular app. The court would order that the children would be allowed to use the phone that the defendant purchased for the child in this particular matter. The court does note that there's obviously a lot of allegations about issues concerning parenting time. The court will refer the issue of parenting time to the referee for a evidentiary hearing. However, as the court looks at the plaintiff's motion for change of custody, it would only be with regard to circumstances after May 14, 2021. Based upon my reading and hearing argument today, the court does not believe that there is sufficient proper cause or change in circumstances to meet the Vivarka threshold for evidentiary hearing on the issue of custody, so the court will deny that. Guess I will ask Ms. Grantham, I'll ask that you would prepare that order and submit it under 7-day notice of entry. That will conclude this matter at 10:13 a.m. You're free to go. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah. So, as always, comment your thoughts below, like, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time.